3, 2, 1, contact. Put you over there so you look. I'm looking at you, not over there. Wait, no. Here's a story that it just came up 2 days ago, and no, a few days ago, whatever. And these two people right here, 1928. And I got my thing wrong in my last video. We're looking at the graveyard shift articles. It wasn't weird history. But the graveyard shift got all these kooky stories too, and it's something I'm glad I signed up to. But like I said, this article came up a few days ago. Actually, let me see when it has come in, because it's in my email. This is 2 days ago, I sent this to my email. Just to give proof. I send stuff to myself, right? And what they don't mention in this story is that there's a couple who, in 1928, traveling down the Grand Canyon River, I guess, was a big hit. They say it was, if you make it through it or do any kind of trip through it, you're like a rock star. And the last person to see the couple alive traveled in their boat for a day. Now, whether or not this man happened to kill these people, my picture just froze up. Adolph Sutro, grandson of a famous San Francisco mayor, asked if he could ride along with him, and they allowed Sutro to join them for the day. A little while later, Sutro disembarked, and nobody ever saw Glenn or Bessie again. Rumors say friction existed between Glenn and Bessie. So what these two are arguing or fighting about, and I believe this is a actual picture of Glenn. He is in a wooden boat. This man was a frequent boat river traveler with his family and stuff, and he literally made this boat for $50 with his bare hands. Now some say that these guys hit rapids, meaning, of course, if anybody knows what river rapids are dangerous waters that are traveling at high speeds through rocks and various stuff. But the crazy thing is, this boat was wooden, hidden through any kind of rapids or rocks or crazy, wild waters. This damn boat would have been torn apart. It's not a rubber raft like you see today, or in the movie like I mentioned in my last video with Burt Reynolds. I forget the name of it, but he was traveling and doing something in a movie. Love that movie too, with the banjos in it, and I forget the name of it, but they're in rubber rafts. The movie came out like 1971 or something. But of course, rubber rafts bend, twist, whatever they need to get through any kind of rigid rapids. But a wooden boat, and this thing went, they said, through some areas of that sort, and that this thing would have been torn apart is right, and it was found intact with everything in it. Supplies, nothing was touched. The woman's diary was in it, and something else. And this happened in November, mind you. He wanted to finish the trip, but this Bessie and him, what it was is she didn't want to finish it. But yet they say she was a traveler just like him, wanted to do and break records and kind of... Here's another picture of him. And here it says rescuers found their boat intact and fully stocked. And there's a better picture of the wooden boat. 2 big, huge oars, front and back, to steer the thing. And this, led to the conclusion that something had happened, foul play. So, the massive search went, bodies never found. They come out with some crazy shit that 2 women claimed to have been this Bessie. A skull with a bullet hole was found, but later on determined that it was not Glenn's head. And the woman that's claimed that she was Bessie had this birth certificate, and friends said that they saw these documents of the birth certificate and the something else with the woman's name on it, but it was never shown and never proven. So everything was ruled out. Here's a picture of these 2. It's pretty funny that these 2 happy-looking people, though, could even imagine of killing each other. Or she killed him, supposedly. So everything, and she was supposed to be still alive, and this woman died, and no one ever did take DNA testing. Which who knows if they can do that now because of the fact that, I don't know. Well, nothing is ever said or mentioned in here of DNA of this woman or this other woman ever looked at as if this was really her. So, that being said, here's a better view of the boat that they traveled in, and it was all intact, fully stocked, wooden boat. Here's a picture of Bessie, December 29th. Probably one of her earlier pictures. And this trip was supposed to make him famous. So, going on to say all this, the couple wanted to capitalize on popularity of adventure heroes. And here's where it says an old woman rafting trip claimed to be Bessie. But all this was ruled out, and she said she killed him right here. Oh, what do you do with Glenn? Her response simply was, I killed him. She went to tell the group they fought, and she stabbed him. She then hiked out of the canyon, took an eastbound bus, and started a new life. Yeah. Why would Bessie have left her camera and diary behind? After her passing in 1922, River Runner, and here's another one. Georgie Clark was rumored to have been Bessie. Although it seemed like a great lead in such a mysterious case, historians could not verify the documents that said that right here, her name, marriage certificate, and friends discovered a marriage certificate and possession of Glenn and Bessie birth certificate, but these documents were never handed in. And the guy did the same exact, he built the same exact boat, did the trip, of course had a rescue boat and everything, but still their boat was fully intact. So while this guy went and did this, he did the same journey, the same distance. Everything came out the same way, boat intact. But these people didn't have life preserve jackets either back then. But still, no bodies were found. You would think they'd be hung up down the river, or let alone something, clothing, if a wild animal did go a hold of them and pull them out. Nothing found. So what happened? Now, like I said, I added this up a couple days ago, and there was something that I wanted to do, but I didn't do because, Grand Canyon. But I did mention in my last video that the Grand Canyon had a great episode with the Brady Bunch. 2 Indians saved Bobby Brady. And notice how they use Indians in the Grand Canyon. And the Grand Canyon is well known for Indians. So, that being said, I'm going to go back into my photo albums, screenshots, and this is what I found way before this story ever came up. Bang. The monster was born in the Grand Canyon, the Mongoloid. I think is this, the Mongoloid Rims of Arizona. They reported the Bigfoot-like creature made its first appearance near the Grand Canyon, 1904. The monster was described as by an Arizona Republic writer, Stephen, as such long white hair, matted beard, reached to his knees. It wore no clothing, and upon his talon-like fingers was claws at least 2 inches long, and also had a coat of gray hair nearly covered his body, with here and there a spot of dirty skin shown. Stevens claimed to have observed the monster kill and drink the blood of 2 cougars, then let out an unearthly scream. I'm gonna fix something here. Now, how insane is that? Another creature of the Native American tribes. That's right. That's what I'm going with. So not only do we have Bigfoot, skinwalkers, Pukwudgies, we got a Mongoloid monster born in the Grand Canyon. Now, of course, I'm not saying that this is what killed these 2 people, but 1906, 1928. Why was the boat intact? Why was nothing found? Unorthodox. Why was... Yes, maybe there was a Grand Canyon killer, but once again, here we are, back to a creature that I believe, right, made by the Native Americans. Sacred land in the Grand Canyon is pretty much, in my eyes, sacred land. Want you messing around there or trying to build in it. And I could see people trying to develop in that too, if they could. You know what I'm saying? They got them side mountain friggin' cliffhanger huts and, living areas, or, I could see someone trying to get in there and mastermind a plan to build. But no, can't. This. So anyways, and let me get this up. I'm gonna show, of course, when I last looked into this was March 3rd, 2019. Oh, when was that? March 3rd. Now, what is the date now? The 11th. Yeah, the 11th. March 11th. So March 3rd is when I took this down. Of course, I forget what this came out. This might have been out of the graveyard shift. Or maybe only in your state. But once again, people, another massive creature. And it does seem to have, I'm going to say the red eyes, but, take it as it is. A lot of things coming up lately, a lot of things. Crazy. It's just insane what's been coming up. This being one of them. And, what was the other? Oh, shoot. And I want to show the Alaskan creature ended here, which is the Kushtaka, if I'm saying that right. And this, my friends, is also another hairy beast. So now we got another one, Kushtaka of Alaska. kind of a monkey ape form, and there's supposed to be a movie of this. Of course, you got him looking like the old Skinwalker. Deer-like looking creature. I don't care, man. These things, man, to me, all the same damn thing. All the same damn thing, man. They're out there for a purpose. And Alaska, too, is similar to Native Americans. So, I mean, I'm for sure they made their own creature, or let alone the Native Americans. But to see these creatures forming now and coming alive is just more of a hunt that I need to find. It's like they're calling out to me. And I'm gonna be looking, searching, hunting. I want these creatures. I want to catch them is right. Till that next video, be safe, take care, beware. 'Cause if you don't got a mind like mine, and you don't know, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know I have the mind to think like these beasts. And that's what's probably the only thing keeping me. That's right. Till the next video. Don't know what I'm gonna come up with, man. It could be anything. Anything. Out.